What's up, guys? Welcome to week 9. Let's get some graphics up real quick. As you know, it's your boy. Current events is back, and guess what? It's senior night. And the NBA is back, everybody. I wore my Vince Carter shirt today, my second favorite player of all time. NBA is back, but this is a college football show. So let's get on to my co-host, the OG Bush camper, Jake Bush.
Yo, what up, what up? It's awesome to be here for week 9. I mean, that's crazy. Already 9 episodes in.
Yeah.
It's gone by so fast.
I was watching the last episode of last year, and it was episode 30.
My gosh,
We
wow.
did 30 last year.
We're
That's
gonna
insane.
we're gonna pass that. There's no doubt in my mind.
All right, let's get to these topics today, everybody. We have Week 8 recap. We have fraud alert. We have free path to the playoffs for some teams. We have 9 ranked losses from last week, and we have a big Week 9 preview this week.
I know.
We're on a short amount of time, so we're going to be speeding up a few things. So let's go ahead. Jake, do you want to start us off with our Week 8 recap?
All right, so we're gonna start off with the Friday game that happened. A game we thought would be good, but not turn out the outcome that it did. Louisville beating Miami, ranked 2.
Carson Beck, bro. What was that? 4 picks from him?
4 pick. He
That was
looked
insane.
like how he did in Georgia. That's how bad
Yeah.
it. Like I've seen a bunch of meme comparisons comparing him to Sid the Sloth.
Did the sloth?
I saw one comparing him from Timmy the South from South Park.
That's crazy.
But that I'm a little worried about that. Like I don't know.
I know.
I think maybe some of it was just because DJ Khaled was working out with him, warming up. But in truth, Carson Beck just kind of froze. I feel like.
Yeah, but after this game, I've seen so much overhype for this Louisville team. I've seen so they're ranked what are they ranked now?
I don't know.
They're
But
ranked number 19.
19. They were unranked before this, weren't they?
They were unranked, but they beat the number 2 team, so that's fair. But I had people saying that the ACC championship now is Georgia Tech versus Louisville.
No,
I don't think Louisville's gonna make. I still think it's gonna be Georgia Tech and Miami. But
And that'll be a good game. But honestly, here's the thing. I think Louisville honestly just kind of outplayed them offensively. Like,
yeah, it's defensively too.
oh yeah, obviously. But like Miami's defense, I know Carson Beck struggled, but Miami's defense looked like they were struggling for a little bit.
Yeah,
And Louisville has a decent offense. So I'll give them that.
oh yeah. I mean, I just put 2 of their best players in my Heisman list. I took them both out after that game. That was a sorry performance from them. But anyway, going on to our next game. This one was I missed this game.
Oh, I watched it. I was so happy.
I missed this game. I wish I watched it. Vandy beating LSU 31-24. The fall off of LSU. It started early. It stopped. They built back up. They're falling off again.
Yeah, and honestly, I think it's LSU. It just isn't the same as they were those first few weeks because those first few weeks they were very dominant. I know they beat a Clemson team that has shown to kind of lower our expectations. But
Yeah.
that was still a good win against them in Death Valley. But also, what it shows for this Vandy team is that they are a team to be reckoned with. It is no longer that easy to. Diego Pavia is carrying that Vanderbilt team on his back.
Once he's gone after this year, they're going to fall right back to irrelevancy.
But hey, there's a reason why he's on my Heisman list now, which we'll get to that later.
Oh, wow. All right, next up. Kind of a throwaway game. I thought this game was going to be close, but Michigan beating Washington 24-7. I expected Michigan to win here. They did. I expected it to be close. It was not close at all.
Yeah, but I will say this Michigan defense is looking pretty good, I will say.
I know. It's like they need it at this point. They were struggling at the start of the season, but now that you got Ohio State coming up soon, you got to get that defense.
But, I mean, so far the past, I want to say 2 weeks, their defense has looked a lot more sound. Their offense, I feel like, does leave a little bit more to be, desired. But I feel like if they can get that done, it'll be an interesting season for Michigan.
Oh, yeah. Next up, really disappointed by this game. Oklahoma beating South Carolina 26-7.
Had to make the joke, of course.
Lenore Sellers, what are we doing? What is this offense on South Carolina doing?
Lenore Sellers is just selling, and to be honest, I mean, I don't think it's the head coach, honestly. I don't think it's him.
No, because Shane Beamer's been pretty solid throughout.
Exactly. Because I've heard a lot of people try to criticize Shane Beamer, and I don't think it's him. honestly think I don't want to say it's Lenore Sellers. I think it's just the offense as its entirety.
Yeah, I don't think they caught their rhythm yet. They had that really good game against Kentucky, but I mean that's pretty much it.
Now, John Mateer, though, he was not looking really hot this game. He went 18 for 26 and only had 150 passing yards and 1 touchdown. And I mean, I think it's still that hand is still holding him back. That's my opinion, but I think the hand is holding because at the beginning of the season he was probably one of the most dominant quarterbacks in the SEC.
Oh, definitely.
But now I think that hand injury is the more he's playing it, the worse I feel like it's gonna get. But we'll see from this Oklahoma team. And next we have Georgia beating Ole Miss, and Ole Miss, you sold the bag. I was cheering for y'all. Y'all were leading up to the half, and then Georgia's offense just found a way. And as Coach Curran, shout out to Coach Curran, strength and conditioning coach, said, I think Georgia responded and Ole Miss reacted.
Yeah. I mean, I was watching that game. I was hoping Ole Miss would win.
Exactly.
Knock Georgia out of the SEC championship pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
They sold that fourth quarter hard. But that was
It was a good game.
I don't know if I want to put it at the top. I don't know if I want to say it was the best game because there's another game that I really liked on here. But this was a top 2 game of the week. This was a really good game from both sides of the ball. That fourth quarter, Ole Miss started out the fourth quarter. They looked like they were going to do it. And then that one play there, it was like a 4th and 1. The Georgia running back gets stopped, but he comes out of nowhere, goes out to the side and gets the first down. That's what saved Georgia right there.
But I also noticed on Ole Miss's last drive, their quarterback, I think he froze. I think the pressure got to him a little bit.
Yeah,
you could tell.
I definitely saw that.
Because Ole Miss has been a team. I mean, other than what was it that Minnesota game where they only won by 3?
No, Washington State.
Oh, Washington State. Thank you. I mean, that was your really only close game, and when I think it came down to it, he froze, and I hope he does good. I hope Lane Kiffin and this team does really good. I still think they are a top 5 SEC team. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
Definitely.
But hey, Georgia got a dub. Got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, I was looking at this game. What's his name? Last name Chambliss, I think, their quarterback.
Yeah.
He walked into Athens, fried them up for 3 quarters, and froze in the fourth quarter, and that's eventually what sold them.
But hey, these 2 teams I feel like are going to accomplish some big things.
Oh, definitely. I think both of these teams are going to make playoffs. I don't think Ole Miss will make the SEC championship anymore after that loss because I don't know. It might just be Bama A&M at this point. I don't know if any of those teams. A&M might lose a couple. Let's be honest. So
I'm interested to see just because of how their late performance was at the end of last season.
Yeah.
So, but
we'll see about that.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Arizona State beating Texas Tech. I've watched this whole game. Let me tell you, Texas Tech looked like a Group of 5 school against this Arizona State team. They looked so bad in this game.
They were overconfident, if you ask me.
They definitely were.
You ranked number 7. Texas Tech had been sort of making waves. Getting some decent wins, and then when you lose to Arizona State, it was not good. They went in overconfident.
Yeah.
Their defense was not good at all, if you ask me.
And this just really shows how dangerous it is in the Pac-12. I mean, you can go from top in that conference to bottom in 2 weeks.
Exactly.
It's just all around chaos. But I was looking at this. Arizona State was killing them the whole game.
Exactly.
But they only win by 4. Texas Tech came back in the 4th.
Yeah.
But it was way too late. It was
too little, too late. But now back to an SEC matchup. One closer than I thought it would be, and has me a little concerned. A&M beating Arkansas only 45-42. And now we got to remember, this is an Arkansas team that doesn't really have a head coach. They have Bobby Petrino filling in right now.
Yeah.
And that does have me a little concerned for A&M because usually it's been their offense has been the one that's kind of, had a little bit of trouble with consistency, and their defense is really, really good.
Yeah, their offense was really good in this game.
Exactly, but their defense was playing inconsistent, and that's where I'm a little confused of what happened because their defense was probably the best in the SEC up until this week.
And then now they're the number 3 team in the nation.
I don't know. I'm a little concerned because, like we said, they have struggled in the late of the season.
Yeah. Next up, I mean, come on, can we see this team get any worse now? Texas beats Kentucky 16-13 in overtime.
The battle of a mid team versus a bad team. It's
Texas going to overtime against a Kentucky team that has been blown out in every single conference game. I don't know what to say anymore about this Texas team.
I mean, is there anything that we haven't already said? We've said that Arch Manning has been mid. Kentucky's defense has been horrible. Their offense has been horrible. And at this point, I mean, if you're this Texas team and your defense is supposed to be at least somewhat solid, and they did not play solid, they let Kentucky make it a close game. Now, granted, the offense needs to score more. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, this game was just a battle of two pretty bad teams, if you were to ask me.
Yeah. I watched this game at the start. I turned it on. I was watching multiple games at one time. I put this on, and I was like, okay, Kentucky's getting some good stops on defense. I mean, this is really good from their defense. And then their offense would throw a pick or 4 and out every time. And I was like, yeah, I'm turning this game off, bro. I'm not watching this.
Exactly. Now we have a game that I know you're going to be happy to talk about.
This might be game of the week. I was saying Georgia Ole Miss, game of the week. I was like, there's no doubt about it. And then this game came on.
This game was a good game.
I watched pretty much the whole thing. I was like, oh, this is a really tough battle to see which one is the best.
But I bet everyone in this state knows the outcome. Bama beating Tennessee 37-20. And like I said, Bama was able to find the holes in Tennessee's defense because they have them.
And they found everything.
Exactly.
The only touchdowns Tennessee had was a really good run by the running back.
Exactly.
An open wide receiver. And I forgot what the third one was. But this Alabama team, let's just start with the defense. First of all, Joey Aguilar with the intentional grounding for his safety.
Yeah.
Great play by that defense. And then Xavier Brown, 100-yard pick six. Almost forgot about that. Probably the best play of that whole game.
Oh, that's the highlight of that game.
Yeah.
But it does show that I think Joey Aguilar, I've heard some people say he was overconfident. And I was like, it's not even that.
No,
I just think I think the nerves got to him because you're playing a good Alabama team.
At Bryant-Denny. Did you hear that crowd at that game?
Oh, you could hear it through the TV. It was awesome.
It was loud.
I'm an Auburn fan, and I will give y'all that. Y'all's atmosphere is one that is hard to match.
Yeah.
But
like we said, like he can play good against good teams. I mean, we saw him almost beat Georgia, but that was at Tennessee. He hasn't been in a big environment yet.
And Ty Simpson continues to prove of
why he should be Heisman.
I mean, he is the 5-star he was prospected to be. And all I'm going to say is, even as an Auburn fan, I got to give him credit where credit is due. That man is a hard worker.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then we got Notre Dame beating USC, two teams that absolutely just hate each other.
Notre Dame getting the win. I was seeing a lot of videos like, hey, whoever wins this, they pretty much get a guaranteed into this game. Notre Dame getting this win against, I think USC was ranked 20th going into this game.
Yeah.
That is a good win for Notre Dame to have, to get them into the playoffs.
Yeah, and I mean, we've been pretty critical on this Notre Dame team, and they're getting some wins that are kind of justifying themselves now. I think Notre Dame's defense, I think there's a few holes in there that they can fix, but yeah. I mean, their offense is pretty sound if you were to ask me.
Mm-hmm. Then next up, Missouri beating Auburn 23-17 in double overtime.
Yeah,
this game should have ended in the first overtime, but that wind pushed that ball all the way over.
Yeah, and there's honestly not a lot I can say about this Auburn team anymore that I haven't already said throughout the season. I mean, we struggle in the second half. Jackson Arnold, I think, had his first interception this game. It's honestly, and what's happened after this now, like, I don't know why Hugh Freeze is still here. We've had Deuce Knight right now being rumored to be leaving for Notre Dame.
Notre Dame?
It's
wow.
I don't know the credibility. That's just what I've seen so far. And I love these. I love Auburn. I grew up tailgating there and going to those home games, but I'm very concerned of how we're doing because we desperately need a win.
Yeah. And then our last game, we're going to talk about. I like to call this Battle of the Mormons. Me and Caden said that last year. I don't know if a lot of people like that name, but that's what I'm going with. The BYU beating Utah 24-21. Both teams looked okay in this game.
Yeah.
BYU's freshman quarterback did look very elite in this game.
Oh, yeah. To think that he's a freshman?
And he's looked good all year. So I think BYU has a good chance of making it to the Pac-12 championship, especially with that Texas Tech loss.
I think if they keep playing how they are, they'll make it to the playoffs, if you ask me.
Absolutely. And then now, what I want to talk about, since we don't have that much time, we're going to have to speed through these other parts. My fraud alert. Let's go ahead and talk about fraud alert.
We're going to talk about a guy who has saved his career so many times, the luckiest coach in college football. But now that luck has finally run out. Billy Napier.
Billy Napier fired at number 1.
Gosh.
Penn State and James Franklin dropped down to number 2. Belichick and UNC at 3. Auburn jumps up to 4. And we have Florida at 5 because...
Even though they won against Mississippi State, I mean, we all knew this was coming. It was...
Yeah.
Like, this... You could have seen this coming from a mile away. And I really wanted Mississippi State to win just because they're struggling a little bit right now.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and just to keep kind of going on, Billy Napier, this guy has saved his career so many times. Like, he was trying to get fired last year.
He beat Texas. That was a pretty good win for him. But wait, who did Florida even lose to? I forgot.
They've lost to South.
No, this past week.
They didn't lose this week.
Yeah, they did.
No, they won against Mississippi State, but they still fired him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was projected he was going to be fired.
Oh, okay.
Even if he won.
I was thinking of something else. That's weird. But my next topic I want to talk about real quick is free path to the playoffs for most teams. I mean, okay, so you look at the Big Ten. Let's just look at the top 4 teams right now. Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama should be the clear number 1 out of all these teams. A&M played nobody. Indiana played Oregon. Ohio State played nobody. They don't have the same schedule that Bama has had right now. Bama has a loss, we get that. But they just won 4 ranked games in a row. Indiana's played 1 ranked team all year. They don't play a single for the rest of the year. Ohio State, they played Illinois, crushed them. They played another ranked team, I forgot. Texas, that's right. The only other ranked team they might play if Michigan is ranked by the end of the year, which is... I don't even know if they will. And A&M has just played mid to bottom tier SEC teams. And they play what? LSU, Auburn, Texas.
Yeah.
They might lose a couple of those games. So I feel like Bama should be the clear number 1 right now.
All I'm going to say is it is interesting. We have, 2 Big Ten teams and then 2 SEC teams. And honestly, these are probably the 2 best of their conferences.
Ohio State, Indiana.
Yeah.
Who's third in the Big Ten? Oregon?
Yep, Oregon.
All 3 of them are making the playoffs because they don't play anybody else. They're just getting free wins.
Well, also, this Big Ten, if you're either really good or you're just really bad.
Notre Dame with this win over USC, I think they're locked in for the playoffs at this point. Georgia Tech or Miami. I think Georgia Tech's probably going to get it unless they lose to Georgia and then lose in the ACC championship.
What are the chances you think we see a Missouri or a Vandy in this playoff?
I could see Missouri going in. I could see Vandy going in.
I think it's honestly between those 2.
I don't think they're going to allow 7 SEC teams
like
they did last year. I think Bama's going to make it. A&M's probably going to make it. A&M's probably going to lose 1 game. If they do, they make the SEC championship, and I say they lose to Bama in that. Georgia's going to make it. Missouri, Vandy, LSU's not going to make it. But yeah, I think maybe 5 SEC teams are going to make it this year.
Yeah. And then with that, we go on to Week 9 games, and let's start it off with Virginia at UNC. There's nothing that needs to be said about UNC. They're mid. Bill Belichick has let us down over and over and over. Give me Virginia. This is not even close.
USF and Memphis. Memphis losing to UAB.
Yeah, that was so weird.
UAB beating a ranked team. That's insane.
Hey, shout out to UAB.
Yeah, shout out to them. But I got USF against Memphis right now.
USF, definitely. It's not even close. Honestly, all right, now we got to 8 Ole Miss at Oklahoma. Now, if you were to ask me a few weeks ago, I think this would have been a closer game. But right now, with Oklahoma's quarterback, John Mateer, with a hand injury, I think Ole Miss is going to come out.
Ole Miss coming off a loss, too.
Oh, they're going to come out.
I think Ole Miss is
Yeah. I think there's a chance for it to be a close game and a good game, but right now I think Ole Miss is just going to come out really hungry for another win.
And then do we see the fall off of Indiana with UCLA just coming out and beating good teams now?
I know, like where was this? Maybe the coaching staff was the problem.
Yeah, but no, I got Indiana win.
Oh yeah, it's all jokes aside, Indiana is just too dominant of a team. I feel like they have a great offense, they have a great defense. Give me Indiana.
And then Syracuse had Georgia Tech. I got Georgia Tech. Syracuse can get those good wins over teams like Georgia Tech, but this Georgia Tech team is not a normal Georgia Tech team.
Exactly. I feel like Georgia Tech's defense is also just really good, you know?
They're number 7 right now, which is scary. We're gonna have a top 10 rivalry matchup with Georgia Tech and Georgia.
That would be cool.
That's insane.
All right, then we got Alabama at South Carolina. Lenore Sellers keeps selling. Give me Bama. Ty Simpson's gonna just prove why he's that guy and.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This game came down to the wire a lot with the South Carolina getting that onside kick and almost scoring at the end. But nah, this Bama team is way better than last year. So give me Bama.
Yeah. All right, we got Illinois at Washington. You know, Illinois has a pretty good offense. Washington's defense has been pretty mid. If you were to ask me, I'm gonna go with Illinois.
I don't know. Washington could get this, but I'm gonna go Illinois.
All right, then we got BYU at Iowa State. BYU has been pretty dominant, I would say, these past few weeks. Yeah. I'm going to go with BYU.
Yeah, I'm going to go BYU as well.
Then our game of the week, 15 Missouri at Vandy. 2 teams that usually you would not think would be good, but now have been making waves. And honestly, here's my thing. I think Missouri can run the ball real well, but Vandy's defense has been really, really good. Like at stopping run games especially. Yeah. So and that will force them to pass. And they're not really that good at passing. So give me Vandy. I think Diego Pavia wrecks this.
I'm going to pick Missouri in this one. I feel like Missouri, they played a really good game against Bama. And if they could just keep that up, they got this.
Yeah. All right, then we got 22 Texas at Mississippi State.
Ugh.
I mean, both these teams are pretty mid.
They're pretty much the same team in my book, but I'm gonna go
with Mississippi State. I want them to get the win.
I'm gonna go with Mississippi State, even though Texas is ranked 22. I don't know why
they're not the 22 best team.
They definitely are not, but I'm gonna go Mississippi State because why not?
We got Stanford at Miami. You know, I'm a little scared for Carson Beck, but I mean, this is Stanford. Yeah, Carson Beck's gonna have a nice game.
Miami all day.
Carson Beck's about to prove why he should not be getting all these memes about him.
And then now we get to my point about why Bama should be the number 1 team. We have Texas A&M number 3 going to 20 LSU. I see this as Texas A&M's first loss.
I do not. I think they're going to get their defense back together. They're going to come up with a great game plan. Their offense is going to play consistent. Give me Texas A&M.
Wow. And then Michigan at Michigan State. Not rivalry weekend? Oh, wait, that's Ohio. I'm so dumb. That's Ohio State. That's my fault.
Either way, give me Michigan.
Yeah, give me Michigan State's been one of the worst teams in college football this year.
Exactly.
And then we have Tennessee at Kentucky. Give me Tennessee. They're going to come out strong. And then Houston at Arizona State to end it off. Give me Arizona State.
Arizona State, baby. That offense is looking really sound right now.
And that is week 9 for y'all. Thank y'all for watching. We'll be back next week for week 10.